Madrid is easy to visit, but far harder to truly experience. This guide will help you make the most of your visit. Few buildings in Europe convey royal power on the scale of Madrid's royal palace. Built in the 18th century on the site of a former Moorish fortress, it remains the official residence of the Spanish royal family for ceremonial occasions. With more than 3,000 rooms, it's one of the largest royal palaces in Europe. Although the royal family no longer lives here, its impressive position beside Almudena Cathedral makes it one of Madrid's most recognizable landmarks. The grand staircase immediately establishes the tone. Constructed from a single type of San Agustin marble, it rises to a central landing before splitting into two sweeping staircases, creating a dramatic sense of arrival from the moment you enter. From there, the palace unfolds through a series of magnificent ceremonial rooms. The Hall of Columns is one of its grandest spaces, historically used for royal receptions, state ceremonies, and important treaties, with its vast proportions and impressive ceiling fresco immediately conveying the scale of the palace. The throne room provides the ceremonial centerpiece, with deep red walls, gilded decoration, and enormous chandeliers surrounding two royal thrones beneath Giovanni Battista Tiepolo's magnificent ceiling fresco. The Royal Armory adds another highlight, housing one of Europe's finest collections of armor. Here you'll find magnificent suits worn by Spanish monarchs and members of the royal court, alongside ceremonial weapons that showcase the exceptional craftsmanship and military heritage of Spain. Booking in advance and arriving earlier in the day is recommended, as queues build quickly, and the interior becomes much busier later on. Directly opposite stands the Almudena Cathedral. Although it appears historic from the outside, construction wasn't completed until the late 20th century, giving the interior a much lighter feel than many of Europe's Gothic cathedrals, with colorful geometric decoration and vibrant painted ceilings. The experience extends beyond the main church, with access to the dome leading to a rooftop viewpoint overlooking the royal palace and much of central Madrid, offering one of the city's finest views. Beneath the cathedral lies the neo-Romanesque crypt, where rows of stone columns and vaulted ceilings create a far more traditional atmosphere. It also contains the tombs of several Madrid noble families, including María de las Mercedes de Orleans, the first wife of King Alfonso XII. Madrid is home to three world-class museums, together known as the Golden Triangle of Art. At the heart of the collection is the Museo del Prado, home to one of the world's finest collections of European art. Among its most famous works is Las Meninas by Diego Velázquez, one of Spain's greatest masterpieces. Nearby, Francisco Goya's The 3rd of May 1808 vividly captures the horrors of war, while Saturn devouring his son reveals the darker, more unsettling side of the artist's later work. The museum also houses Hieronymus Bosch's The Garden of Earthly Delights, a vast triptych filled with surreal imagery. Just further along the boulevard, the Museo Reina Sofía shifts dramatically into modern and contemporary art. Its centerpiece is Guernica by Pablo Picasso, one of the world's most powerful anti-war paintings. Beyond Guernica, the museum showcases the evolution of 20th century art through works by artists including Salvador Dalí and Joan Miró. Completing the Golden Triangle is the Thyssen-Bornemisza Museum, whose diverse collection makes it an ideal choice for visitors wanting to explore several centuries of European art in one place. The collection includes works by Van Gogh, Monet, Hopper, Gauguin, and many other celebrated artists, making it one of Madrid's most rewarding museums for art lovers. Just beyond the museum district, the atmosphere changes completely inside El Retiro Park. Originally created for the Spanish monarchy, Retiro is now one of Madrid's most popular green spaces. At its center lies the large boating lake, backed by the monument to Alfonso XII, where rowboats, musicians, and street performers create a constantly shifting scene throughout the day. Tree-lined paths gradually lead toward quieter gardens, fountains, and smaller corners of the park that feel noticeably removed from the pace of the city outside. One of the park's most recognizable landmarks is the Crystal Palace, an iron and glass building originally constructed as a greenhouse. Its lakeside setting makes it one of Retiro's most photographed spots. Today, the space is managed by the Museo Reina Sofía and is used to host large-scale temporary installations and experimental art projects, giving it a very different purpose from its original design. Moving beyond Retiro Park, you'll soon reach the Puerta de Alcalá, one of Madrid's most recognizable landmarks. Built in the 18th century as a ceremonial gateway into the city, it now stands at one of Madrid's busiest intersections, marking the transition from the park back into the heart of the capital. If Retiro represents Madrid at its calmest, then Gran Vía reveals the city at its most energetic. Constructed in the early 20th century, the avenue cuts directly through the center of Madrid, lined with theaters, cinemas, hotels, and some of the city's most recognizable architecture. Often referred to as the Spanish Broadway, Gran Vía reflects Madrid's strong theater culture, with a concentration of musical productions and performances that give the street a distinct identity, particularly after dark. The Metropolis building is one of Gran Vía's most recognizable landmarks, crowned by the iconic winged victory statue that has become a symbol of Madrid's skyline. For a different perspective, visit one of Gran Vía's rooftop terraces. Rio Plaza España is among the most popular, offering panoramic city views along with its famous glass viewing platform suspended high above the streets below. At the heart of Madrid lies Puerta del Sol, one of the city's busiest and most recognizable squares. It is home to the famous bear and the strawberry tree statue, one of Madrid's best-known symbols, and the emblem of the city's coat of arms. Nearby stands the equestrian statue of King Carlos III, the monarch widely credited with transforming Madrid into a modern capital. A short walk leads to Plaza Mayor, one of Madrid's most recognizable squares, lined with elegant red facades and arcades. At its center stands the statue of King Philip III, under whose reign the square was completed. Cafes and restaurants fill the square with activity throughout the day, making it a great place to pause and take in the surroundings. Nearby, the Mercado de San Miguel is one of Madrid's best food markets, where you can sample a wide variety of tapas, fresh seafood, cured meats, Spanish cheeses, and traditional desserts under one roof. The lively atmosphere and wide choice of food stalls make it an excellent stop for lunch, or simply to experience some of Madrid's local flavors. For a more traditional tapas experience, head to Cava Baja in La Latina, where historic bars and restaurants line one of Madrid's best-known food streets. Even if you're not a football fan, the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium is well worth a visit. Home to Real Madrid, it's one of Europe's most modern stadiums. A stadium tour takes you through the stands and pitch-side areas, offering a closer look at the scale of the venue. The museum is equally impressive, with trophy rooms showcasing the club's record collection of European cups, alongside league titles, historic shirts, and memorabilia, celebrating Real Madrid's greatest achievements. One of Madrid's most unusual landmarks is the Temple of Debod, an authentic ancient Egyptian temple that once stood in the Nile Valley before being gifted to Spain by Egypt in 1968. It was carefully dismantled and rebuilt stone by stone in Madrid. Admission is free, and a small exhibition inside explains the temple's history and its remarkable journey from Egypt to Madrid. Perched above the city, it's now one of Madrid's most popular sunset spots, with reflections in the surrounding pools creating one of the city's most memorable views. Madrid makes an excellent base for day trips, with several historic destinations within easy reach. One of the most striking is Toledo. Once the capital of Spain, the city sits dramatically above the Tagus River, its skyline defined by a dense concentration of historic buildings shaped by Christian, Muslim, and Jewish influences. Narrow streets, viewpoints, and layered architecture give Toledo a very different feel from Madrid, offering a deeper sense of Spain's medieval past. In contrast, Segovia is best known for its Roman aqueduct, a structure that has stood for nearly 2,000 years and still dominates the center of the city. Nearby, the Alcázar of Segovia rises above the surrounding landscape. Originally built as a fortress and later used as a royal palace, it also served as a royal residence for Castilian monarchs. Its distinctive shape, with pointed towers and a cliffside position, has often been compared to a fairy tale castle. For something slightly quieter, Ávila offers a more contained experience. Its medieval walls, dating back to the 11th century, remain among the best preserved in Europe, forming a complete circuit around the old town and creating a clear sense of the city's historic boundaries. Thank you for watching, and I hope this guide helps you make the most of your time in Madrid. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Infinite Horizons for more travel guides.